live stream for Minecraft Education Edition, immersive live stream. I'm just going to log into Minecraft because I've caught myself unawares. Now, yesterday we did some fantastic stuff with our renewable energy ToyBox, which is just one of the projects I'd like to kind of perpetuate as we're going through this stream process together. But somebody on the stream, one of my viewers on the stream, sent me an idea for how we could make something better in terms of gaining or losing electricity, and I didn't get a chance to try it last night, so we're going to do it live today. Okay, and we're in. So let's just get right on with this. And now I don't have chat open for some reason. It's not working again this morning. So let's see if we can get that up and running now and see who's in. If you're in, give me a good morning. Let me know where in the world you are. And we and feed into this process. This is all about viewer engagement. Let's have a look at what it is that we've been doing. When we finished last night, we took the... I don't need you getting in my way, little guy. I think that's because I made that plains. Maybe I want to make that a biome that nobody can stream in. But when we finished yesterday, we had the sun coming in. I can get rid of all of this now and turn this back into some beach. This was our... Thanks so much, Barry. It's been news that I haven't been able to talk about until literally yesterday. It's been a long time coming as well, you know, a lot of flirting with the idea and sort of mutual serenading, and you know how it is with these things, and trying to work out where I fit in the organization and how my work as a vendor can be enhanced by actually being in the organization. We're talking about, for those of you who don't know, I've been invited to join Microsoft on their worldwide education team. And so finally, after a great deal of negotiation, I took a position with the company, and I will be joining them on the 20th of April. Now, what that does mean, for anybody who's wondering immediately, because that has come out in the social media, is what happens to Immersive Minds? Nothing. Immersive Minds is going to continue under the great leadership that I have in the company anyway, in the form of my co-director Catherine and the wonderful Stéphane Cloître in France, who's actually going to be heading up our European explorations, and we have lots of projects outstanding, lots and lots and lots in all sorts of countries, and we will continue to make those things happen. So if you want to work with Immersive Minds, in fact, if anything, bit of honesty here, if anything, it was getting to the point where my involvement with Immersive Minds, albeit it was the company that I started, was becoming probably the blockage. Because here's the thing, I'm the Minecraft guy. Everybody thinks I'm the Minecraft guy, and it was getting to the point where people were saying, I want to do a project, but it has to be Stephen, and that's not healthy. That's, you know, I need Stephen, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't work for, you know, the Canadian project as well as the, you know, Indigenous peoples of South America project, as well as the you know, the South African Reclaimers project, and so on and so on and so on. I couldn't do that. And so it got to the point where it's kind of like, I need to start showing that that Immersive Minds is more than the Minecraft guy. Because of course we do Office 365, we do 3D printing, Immersive Minds does virtual reality, mixed reality, podcasting, animation, filmmaking, We do all sorts of education technology, but it was getting to the point where we were becoming almost typecast because of me. And so, if anything, this is actually going to prove more positive for the people in the company, like Stefan and the wonderful Maria Petresca and Catherine, my amazing co-director, in really sort of taking the company in a different direction while maintaining all of the clients and projects that we already have. Good morning, room 117. It is so good to have you with us. And super early morning for you again. I'm honoured. I'm just getting rid of this now. I could probably do my little code thing actually. I don't know why I'm doing this slowly. Yeah, the different skill sets are really, really important. I'm just going to call this eraser. Really important. We as a company, we're becoming typecast. I mean, even here in the UK where we're based, Immersive Minds works in 62 countries, but does almost nothing in Britain, unless we're parachuted in to do a talk and hey, check this out, this is amazing. Stephen's going to show you what Minecraft can do, and then we go back to our office, and then other companies move in and say, right, now that Stephen's done this bit, we can now come in with our infrastructure, and we're kind of like, but we have an infrastructure. I don't know how that worked. And I think it was because, genuinely, people were like, look, these are the guys you go to. Stephen's the guy you go to when you want this launched and it's exciting and you want leadership to take it on board and you want the thought leaders to kind of turn it over. And, call me, I'm very humble. There are a million things in this world I can't do very well, but the one thing I do, I like to pride myself in doing well, is Minecraft and games-based learning and education technology. So we'll bring Stephen in from Immersive Minds, we'll get him to do all this, and then they weren't really seeing the Immersive Minds afterwards. They were like, look, we'll bring in other companies. I'm not going to name them, but there's other companies that are, moving around the UK just now, doing things that I set up. Even with them, they were like, come in, train our staff, and then we can go into X school district and do this. And I'm kind of like, hang on a minute, how's this working? And so we end up doing like literally nothing in Britain. It's bizarre. Whereas we're hugely active in Austria and France and Germany and Switzerland and Italy. And it's just, there's so it makes sense for me to move out of this anyway as this opportunity arose. It was do I take this? Don't I take this? Of course I do. So I take this opportunity and actually allow the people behind Immersive Minds that are really, let's face it, they're the ones doing all the project management and the coding and the art, the art and the world building and all the wonderful things that I can direct them to do, and actually show their skill sets and show our customers, particularly in the UK, that we've always been here, we've always done this, start working with us. The UK, I mean. So on chat command, in fact, it's not on chat command, is it? It's on player fly. And I always, you read about typecasting, you worry about Harry Potter, what's his name? The actor, anyway. See, I'm talking about typecasting. Daniel Radcliffe. And it's like, has he been typecast as Harry Potter? And you think, what does that even mean? And then you find yourself 20 years into your career and you find that your company only really functions, or not only really functions, but certainly a large part of your company's functionality is because someone asked for you, the Minecraft guy. And I'm kind of like, that's actually not healthy. Let's go into blocks, fill with air in a radius around me. So now this gives me the best of both worlds, because what we're going to do is we are going to work with the products that we love, with a company that we support, one of the great, oh, that's not working, come on, there we are, it says. One of the greatest edtech companies, in fact, definitively the best edtech company in the world in terms of its values and its products and its approach and its staff. And we're going to, and so I can continue to do what I love, and then Immersive Minds can continue to do what it does. So thanks for your support, everyone who supports me. These live streams, I don't intend to stop them. I'm actually really enjoying them. I don't think after Corona lockdown I can do 2 a day, but I would like to think that I can continue to do live streams. Maybe we'll have a brand change. It's certainly I won't be doing it as Immersive Minds, but we can do a brand change. You guys can follow me to a new channel and we can do that from there. Right, let's get this back up and running because I want to test. In fact, let's just test what Neri sent me yesterday. So let me have a look. Neri. He sent me something. It was Twitter, wasn't it? There we are. Okay. I am going to copy this picture that he sent me. I'm not sure why there's... I'm just going to copy it piece by piece. And I'm going to do clear first. So, and if Neri's on, please be on, Neri. Help me out here. Redstone repeater. Cobblestone. I think cobblestone is not necessary as cobblestone, but I'm just going to copy it exactly as is. Plus this new role will allow me to reach potentially millions of students, which is my real passion. I mean, if everything I do is not for the true stakeholder, and you know, we talk about education stakeholders, education leadership, teachers, you know, parents, and I get all that, and I love all of that, and I love working with people. But if my true stakeholder, my one true stakeholder, is not students, then what am I doing it for? What's it all for if it's not for the end result, which is the students? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm open to my approach being disagreed with. Right, let's see this. And in the redstone, I can't... Oops. Ah, that's me being... There we are. Okay. So this was brought to us by one of our viewers yesterday who said, nah, this is what you want to do. And I'm assuming that... Oh, no, I know where that... The second one goes into a chest. There we are. So this one goes down into that one. And then a dispenser directly above it. And then a nether block here. Neri, come in, Neri, if you're with us. Good afternoon, Joshua. Just out of bed? Joshua is my favourite teen, grumpy teen. Okay, so I think the nether is supposed to represent my... I'm going to replace that with cobblestone and that with cobblestone. And then I'm going to put this in here and I'm going to put leaves. Let me see. Let's get those leaves that we were talking about. It doesn't have to be leaves. And that's... They should end up in... Okay, so now let's try some redstone. Because they're getting packed into there, but not into there yet. Have I done something wrong? Been at work. Been at work, Reese. So let's try a button which we can just press over and over as if it was our waves. Ah, hang on. It's got nothing to do with this redstone. What it is I don't know what I'm doing. It says put box underneath it. It's still not working. Oh, I know why. Let me just get rid of that. So that's going into there. Why is it not going into the box? I thought that's what happened. It went into... That must be something to do with that. Oh, hang on. I've got that the wrong way. No, that's it's not a very clear picture. I think, I can't really see in the picture if that's a comparator, but I think that, oh, that did something. Hey! So I see what's happening, right? Okay, so what's happening is, this is, if we pile up the electricity, do you remember we were talking about how in our model over here, we are filling up these with this. Where do we get, where's the copy command from? It's that one, isn't it? But we're filling it up. Ah, so I just don't make that 64. So basically what this means is we're filling this up and it's going into there and it's giving us this electricity. Hang on, I'm not quite sure. We're onto something. But what this is doing is this is saying that if it's not being... Hang on. Does that mean our electricity needs to go here? No. Ah, right, I can see, this is where it hurts my head, the physics hurts my head. So what we basically got is we've got an instance where if we have 64 kilowatts of energy, so let's talk about this as leaves, and we don't have anywhere for that to go, i.e. it's not being dispensed. Let me get some redstone to see if this now dispenses if I smack a redstone on the side of it. Yeah. So if it's not being dispensed, it's being lost. And it's the waves. So the redstone is the waves. And that's because we're out of it already. Yeah. So basically this is, that's happening awfully quick. So let's just just so we can show what this looks like. I see. I totally get this. It's brilliant. And then what we do is we'll get ourselves some redstone. And basically what's happening is as the waves come in and go wash, 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 we get kilobytes of energy. Otherwise, the energy is lost. So we don't need comparators anymore. Not comparators. We don't need compost heaps anymore. Do we? Do we still need compost heaps? My head needs to think about this. We're basically losing, so this is our battery. And if the waves get switched off, we just lose the power. The power is now going down, 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 down. So does that detect? So here's a question. Can dispensers, depending on how full they are, can dispensers mark a power? So what I'm basically waiting on that doing is switching the bulb off. Yes, yes. The more empty that gets, the light goes off. Yes, yes. So actually we don't, this is our battery filled with leaves. That is our battery. Which sits technically, and this is the dropper, this is the hopper that sits at the end of, hang on, I've got it. I've probably over-engineered this again, but it's the only way I can see it in my mind's eye, is that this dispenser, whoops, that dispenser is the one that the waves drop into, which fills up our battery, which then decides whether or not we get electricity, depending on how full the battery gets. But this ensures that the battery is always removed. And then we attach multiple of these to an OR gate, which means at any one time we should have power to one battery. To one electricity source. Does that make sense to everyone? So wave power, which I'm just going to mark with a blue wool. Wave power hits our observer block. So where's our observer actually? Whew. So wave power hits our observer block. Wrong way. Okay, that's fine. Wave power hits our observer block, which in turn hits our dispenser, and our wave power is this, which dispenses the fuel that we've put in it, i.e. this much fuel, and we just have a command block replacing that constantly into this hopper, which fills up our battery hopper, and we'll actually have that filled beforehand. We'll have that filled. And when we switch the machine on, i.e. we place this, this will automatically start to drain in battery, but the waves will keep it topped up and we will get battery power. So let's test this, because my feeling is that this is going to drop. No, I have another idea. This is our AND gate. We're making a different AND gate. So we make a tray of these. Remember I told you earlier, remember I told you in an earlier stream that if you attach these, it just passes through to the final one, the middle one. Let's have a look at this, a better angle. So all of these pass to the middle one. This is our battery being fed by, and there needs to be, yeah, that's it, that. This is the waves, remember, touching that. And this just happens to, which means this one, and this one are feeding this greater than, and this is why we need more of them in the water, greater than the speed at which they're losing them. So I'm going to run this as a track exercise. I'm going to put a track behind it before I go changing anything major. Is this making sense to everyone? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some stone. I bet. Does the button on the dropper point to one location when they have an array? You mean an array of these? So you mean an array of these hoppers? So you see this one, I'll probably have to get it at a better angle, but this one goes down and along, which feeds this one. So it's basically passing along until it gets to the middle where it drops. It's like a filter. This one goes along and down. These ones go along and then down. So they're all feeding this one. So this is our battery hub, if that's what you're asking. And that's our AND gate. It's basically this one. If this one and this one and this one and this one and this one are all doing their job, this will be given enough stuff to generate electricity. Actually, I don't need those, because what I now need is I'm going to be building a track along here which has sticky pistons. Yeah, they would normally just drop down, absolutely. But actually they go down and along and then just keep feeding along. The only question is how many is enough? So what we now need to work out is, what do I need? Sticky pistons. With redstone blocks on the end of them, kind of like the one that we've got in the middle. So when they stretch, they're going to touch this. It's not that it needs to be redstone, but they are going to detect and then send something there. We could have actually in fact we could skip the observer blocks, right? We don't need the observer blocks. All we need, we don't even need the redstone blocks, because remember, all it does is it detects a change. So all we need is that to touch that, except not sticky, if that's the case. Sticky pistons would be the wrong pistons. So we're taking away, we don't even need observer blocks. We just need ordinary pistons. Thanks so much, Sergio. Thank you. There we go. I just want to test something. If I do that, then that, no, it does need to be redstone. But we do need, yeah, still need red observers or redstone. Yeah. Good man, Robbie. Right, so now if I do that, that redstone went out, and you'll notice that redstone went in there, but it's not in there, or there, or there, or there, or there. It's now in there. So it's been drained out of the battery. But while it was in there, it would have given, in fact, let's do that. Let's just test this theory. Let's just put a bunch of leaves, and we could use anything, but I like leaves because it's kind of gives us a common denominator across all of the. So let's just see what this looks like if I put that in there and then put a redstone block on there. Oh. I just want to see if we get in. No, I don't think we're generating. This is not working. And yet, if I put 64 of them in there, we get enough electricity. Still, we're getting there. And it would have to then be sticky pistons. You're right. Going back to... because otherwise we leave the redstone on it. So you're right. I was right in the first place. Okay. And then we're just going to have a command. Remember, we're just going to have the same command block here that just keeps replacing this with energy. And so there will always be energy. It's just whether or not it drops out faster. And what I might actually do is put a delay on that. I don't know if that works any, but we can work out that there's a delay on this. Yeah, that would be a... so we could just make that longer and put a delay on it, which means that the battery is drains slower. I think that's what we would do. We would just create a delay. Okay, let's keep working on this. Let's keep trying. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have all of this so that we can put this in a school and some kid goes, that was neat. I get it. We're all rallied round and super excited about it, and the kids will be like, it was neat, it was just well over engineered, sir. You just know it. Kids like my favourite grumpy teen. Huh? Where is he? Oh, I know. Tell me about it, Mike. Mechanical keyboard. It's so loud. I'm so sorry. I think I'm going to swap out keyboards, actually. Neveen, thank you so much. Thank you for the congratulations. Right, let's go to here. I just need to build a... This is for my torches, redstone torches. What a neat looking machine. And then we're just going to put... I can put that back, actually. You're never... Joshua, you are never ever impressed. Like I can... Joshua and I play Call of Duty together. And I hear gunfire and I hide. I get into a little thing and I hide and I'm just like, oh, no, no, no. And it's panic. Like there's an adult sitting in a room somewhere, i.e. me, genuinely having a panic because I can hear gunfire. And then there's more gunfire and there's like a big sort of load of gunfire and then there's silence. And Joshua on the other end of the mic says, they're gone. And I say, what do you mean? And he's like, I killed 4 of them. He's like, do you remember the film in the 90s, Hitman? No, Leon, about the Italian hitman. That's what he's like. And then I'm always super impressed. I'm like, how did you? And he's like, well, I did this and I did that and whatever. And it's just amazing. And meanwhile, I'm kind of coming up from behind the bar that I was hiding and looking around. I'm like, whew. And it's only a game. Meanwhile, I will then go and do something amazing. Like I'll panic. Like somebody will walk into a room and I'll go, ah, and I shoot them. And I say, Joshua, look what's happened. I've got this guy. And he's just like, ah, very good, right, let's go. Not even remotely impressed. Ever. It's a teenage thing. Yeah. Very good. Come on. Next. So don't give me rude. You're never impressed. And I live to impress. Right, where are we? Torches. It is pretty amazing though. It is like something out of a movie when we're surrounded. I mean, genuinely surrounded. Like the OK Corral style in Call of Duty. And he just walks out. He's just like, I'll be back in a minute. I'm always amazed. Oh, no, that can't happen. So that's going to be too long. Because I can't have a redstone torch. Unless I just make that... No, I can't. Because the minute I do that, that'll open. Ah. Right, anyway, let's just finish it on the other side. So I need power rails and I need ordinary rails. And my ordinary rails, remember, are for my corners, and then my power rails are to keep the momentum going. I don't think it's going to make it along there. I'm going to need some other power rail, and I don't know how to do that. Anyway, let's just test it. We'll get a cart. Test, test, test. Always. Oh, it does. You want to try and get that in the basket, wee guy? Right, that one went in. That one went in. That's good. But it's not even touching the sides. It's filling up. Look at the rate it's filling up. So hang on, I'm going to take all of this back. Probably because I haven't filled up any of these. That'll do. We're getting power, but then it's draining too fast. So what if I did? I'm not even sure if this works. And then put is it still draining too fast? Now it's not draining at all, but is that because we're not, they're still coming down? We're wasting a lot of electricity though. What's happening in here? Nothing. What's happening down here? That's not filling up at all. None of these are filling up. I think I've just switched it off. Oh, it's because they're the wrong way. Right, so now, yeah, that's filling up, but it's still filling up as fast. And we still don't have any electricity in here. And even if we had the bulb closer, we would still just be getting intermittent electricity from all of those waves. Unless I just need, hang on. Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Josh. Oh, wrong ones. I've got an idea. So we do that, right? Nice one. Okay, so that means we're not wasting electricity. Oh look, did we get more electricity there? No. But that's because what I think we need is two of these. Because look, when I create the delay here, It's because this is our battery. If I stop these machines, watch what happens to our battery. Except I'm going to need to make a double chest. Yeah. Watch what happens to our battery. This is our battery. And look, it's just draining. That's our battery. We needed to keep that filled up. Why did that stop? And so, it could be a simple case of having, no, that's the wrong one. There. And then that. Can a hopper be detected? Can it? No, clearly not. So even though, yes, so that does. So by moving that one down, let's start that ball again. Let's /clear. I think I've done it. He says for the 99th time this month. That'll do it now. Right, let's fill that up. I don't even know what's going on there. That'll do. That'll do just now. Now we'll put a rail cart on here. I think I've done it. It was just a case of changing what was being read as the battery. So now what we end up with, see, I'm hoping we're getting more we're getting no we're not, no we're not, no we're not. And is that because it's draining too fast? So it's that one. So hang on, while that's all happening. There we are. We've got back, so we've got power. And we've got power again. This should now climb in a minute. Oh no, it's not, it's gone down, look. It's gone down, but that's okay because we might only, there it's climbed again. Oh, we're onto something. We're losing or gaining power depending on how many waves we have. It's going down. And it's going down, I think, because it's not filling as fast as we need it to. There we are. Let's see if we can make it to this one now. Oh no, we lost it again. Oh, it's back up. You can all see what we're doing with that though, right? And to be honest with you, I don't think I need that dispenser there. I just need another one of them. And it doesn't even have to be that deep, but that's okay. Right, we got that. Let's see if it goes down or up. Maybe that's our max though. Maybe that's okay. Maybe, oh, there we go, 4. That's after taking the thing out. So we now got 4 out of 5, and when we get the 5th, we get light. And if we stop the cart, I'm just going to stop the cart somewhere where I can look down at the light immediately. If we stop the cart, we should, over time, help me out here. Is that draining? Why is that not draining into that chest anymore? It is. But not from there. From there? From there? Oh, it's still draining from in there, look. So hang on, that's the top. I'm not sure why that's still happening. Is that because of all the ones that we've... Let's take that out and that out. Right, that's killed our... That's fine. So it's 50, 25. That's back on. All right. I think we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. This is now a time, an experiment in time. Oh, to see what happens. At what point do we start to get a drain of this? Because right now that's not being affected. And I think it's because we've still got a consistent number coming in from the top. Ah, that's why. Yeah, there we are. That was it. I had a hopper in the wrong place. So, any minute now, we're going to lose... Yeah, yes, yes! We stopped the waves and we lost power. Let me start the waves again and see if we can gain power again. We did it! Right, so we start that up. And let's see if we can... What are we on? We're on 3. Any minute now, we're going to go 4. No, we went 3. Why? Oh no, we went 2. 3. So we're just bouncing between 2 and 3 now. But that's okay, because all I really need to know is I'm going to place my bulb there instead. All I need to know is that I can get, with a set amount of stuff in there, because that's just going 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then it's going to fill up again. In fact, if any, yeah, there we go, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll get to 6, yeah, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's it. So that's my, with that number of, we just have to find our threshold. So with that number of waves, with 5 waves on the back of observer blocks, we are getting that much power. But if we stop that, we should get eventually no waves. We should get a consistent drain. Now we just have to sit and wait. And of course, I think it's going to take longer because now nothing's happening. Why is that not draining? That's because that. Ah, we'd have to have one there. That's what it is. There we go. Now it's draining. Yeah, now it's draining. It was because I didn't have enough power and then it loses power. So we need to be mindful that this loses power also. So we probably just have to do that. It's really just that one that's key, and we lose power until eventually that battery is entirely drained. Complicated, but really that's our battery. That third hopper, and it's probably over engineered, but that third hopper is our battery. And what it's basically saying here is, if I put something in that, does that then go? Yeah, as long as this is changing, as long as there's a motion in there, it detects it and tells this to stay negative. Let's just see what happens when 64 of these run out. So any minute now we're going to run out of those lamps, and we're going to, oh, we've run out of power. And then when it finally drains, battery reset. So that means battery needs charge. That's the little light that comes on your phone that says your battery needs charge. Let's do that again. Let's just put, we'll do it with 64 leaves again. So we get power because we've got a nice full charge. We know we can make the charge using waves. The battery then slowly depletes while being drained by, in this case, houses. This is depleting our battery source. And when we get down to, there we go, that was roughly 20, it goes off. And then when it's fully depleted, the light comes on to say you need to charge. Man. Okay, I'm going to stop the stream there because I think we've done it. What we now need to do, boom, Barry, boom. Now what we need to do in the afternoon, so tonight at 6 o'clock BST, I am going to take that and I'm going to replicate it in here. I'm going to rip the ceiling off because this didn't, I mean, it worked to some degree, but it didn't work the way we wanted it to. And I'm going to replicate Neri's model, and hopefully he's with us. But we're going to replicate Neri's model inside here. We've already got these mechanisms, and we've already got these mechanisms that fill this up. So this is already done for us. All we want to do is dig down deep here and build the battery system, which then links to this. That's all we're doing. So that shouldn't be too difficult. And we did that impressively, thanks Room 117, and in 1 hour we understood. And all of that from, I don't know if you guys can see this, but all of that thinking from, I'm going to just check OBS and see if that works. Yeah, all of that from that little drawing that Neri sent me to say, this is what I think you should be doing. Where is it? There it is. Check that out. So yeah, we're done for today. Everyone stay safe, stay healthy, stay indoors, unless you absolutely need to go out, and stay sane, and come and see us again at 6 o'clock where we're going to finally finish our tidal wave battery generator, generating and losing wattage depending on wave power. Have a great day.